Hello, my friends. It's been a little while. I apologize for the delay. I've been taking some time off and enjoying my family. And anyway, I wanted to talk about this book that I'm reading right now. It's called Universal Human. It is by Gary Zukav. It's his new book. And as you know, if you follow me at all or listen to my videos or any of the things that I talk about, he is one of the people that I truly align with on a lot of levels, and I so appreciate him and his energy and the beauty that he brings to this world, and I'm so grateful. Anyway, in this book, the concept I want to talk about today was this idea of emotional awareness and getting so good at it that we move from victim to creator. And so I'll just tell you a little bit about the last couple of weeks. For me, I've had some challenges personally, and they surprised me because it's been some time since I had some challenges, honestly, that of this magnitude anyway. They sort of rocked me. It was interesting, and it was so interesting to go through the whole process and remember all the things I teach and remember why it's not about the other person, and go inside and root around and figure out what is happening in there that I'm having this experience. And I'll say that I think these things happen so that I can remember how painful it can be to relive some of these emotional experiences that we had, or these things that we decided about ourselves from a young age. And this last couple of weeks was no joke. Anyway, and I realized one of the things, it's so easy. I think we're conditioned to point the finger at others and say, oh, well, that person did this, so we try to make them wrong, or if they don't agree with us, or it doesn't agree with our ideals or the outcomes that we wanted, then we, make them wrong, make up a story about it, justify all the things, and I mean, that's the way I always had gone about things in my life up until the last few years. And during this moment I was having over the last couple of weeks, I was like, wow, this is so interesting that this thing that I thought was healed is still not. And in this book, Universal Human, he talks about how deep some of these hurts can be, and that they get, well, people like to say triggered, but I like to say poked or agitated. And they're sort of available. I'm not saying that you don't ever heal from all the things. Certainly you do. And this one just shocked me. It just came out of nowhere. And it was such a beautiful thing. And it was so fun to go through the process of, what I teach, which is to recognize that it's not about the other person, to go inside, to feel all those feelings, not for the purpose of trying to find the answer to whatever you think the challenge is, but for the purpose of allowing yourself to express emotion and just feel it. And man, I mean, there was one night, gosh, I could feel it all the way deep in my gut. I was like, wow, this is painful. It's so interesting. And I think that it gives me the opportunity to relate to my clients even more, although I've been through, a lot of things. Most of you know my stories about all the things that have happened. And while, they happened and some of them were not great, there's always a worse or whatever story. And the thing is it's not about the story or how bad it is or how traumatic it is. It really is about what we decided about ourselves. And I'm coming to believe that the thing I believe that it is, like distilled down, is we do not believe that we have value. So I used to say, and I still believe this is true, I used to say, these beliefs like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy. And now I realize that distilled all the way down is like, we really don't think we have value. And without thinking we have value, we would go after things like goals and, external things to try and, validate that we do exist and can provide value, get degrees and certifications and win trophies and, do all, run races and do all the things. And now I realize it's just the value. So I'm going to say what I often say to my clients, which is, you need do nothing to have value. Your mere existence is value enough. You need not make another goal, get another certification, go back to school, prove anything to anybody, get that car, the house, or you can do all those things. And that's wonderful if that is something that you would like to do. Know, though, that those things will not fill the void inside of you. That void will be filled when you stop looking externally to make yourself feel better and begin the journey inside. And as painful as it does feel, it's not forever. And there's actually healing through that process. So every time you go through it, it's closer and closer to the direction in which healing and growth takes place. Anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. Much love. Peace.